interested because like first of all, when you guys started ripping that Q&A and shit, and like people were just hitting you up left and right, and I was like, okay, okay, he's got like fans. What the fuck? Like what the?
Something we're very not used to here.
Yeah, I was okay. But you talked about like the different ways that you've tried marketing yourself, and now, like, okay, so you did the show down at Howard Theater with my brother Selesky, Juice Bruns, and stuff like
shout
that.
out to them, man. The
How
homies.
did you like? What would you say?
What was your trajectory to getting into Howard? Seems like a cool ass fucking gig.
How the fuck did you even lock that up?
Was that just like friend of a friend? Was that like a?
You know what? I've been able to build my resume up since 2013 when I, first like started going hard into this, and I was trying to find all these opening gigs. I would travel to New York. I opened for Trinidad James at SneakerCon.
Hell yeah.
So through that, I was able to conduct this dope resume template with all these like gigs like that I've lined up over the past 3-4 years, and every time I submit an email, I give a breakdown and introduction of who I am, tell them what I stand for, tell them who my team is, tell them my accomplishments, my accolades, past interviews, just a breakdown of my history, and everyone seems to be really impressed. So that's when I get all these opportunities. So I send them out to talent buyers. I send them out to management of artists. I send them out to booking agencies and stuff like that, and that's how I'm able to generate, these opportunities.
So you're literally sending them out to like, for instance, when you opened up with Black Bear,
right?
I'm assuming, I think at that point that wasn't the first time you opened up at Howard though. Like the
first show I opened for was Felly.
Felly,
yes,
yeah.
I reached out to Felly's manager.
So you actually hit up Felly's manager
first, yes, and then he gave me the plug. Because he knew that I was serious, the way I, approached him.
Mm-hmm. And then he referred you to, I guess you kind of solidified that gig with the manager of Howard, probably.
He passed me along to the booking agent that handles the Howard. Okay. So then Howard's booking agent passed me along to the talent buyer or director of the Howard Theater.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it just became cool, man. It's all about maintaining good relationships with people throughout this whole thing. And just being really educated and positive when you approach people, and just maintaining that balance.
Is that where you would say the majority of your because you legitimately have like a fucking fan base, which is again like I feel
it's
like
growing, bro. It's growing, man.
Being amazed by it, but it really is cool.
Thank you.
But like the shows per se versus like what I would think personally is you mentioned you're releasing songs every 2 weeks,
right?
Which is that's truly impressive to me. Like literally, like that's insane to me.
Thank you.
But would you say that it's the consistency of releasing? What are you doing as far as internet marketing? Are you hitting up blogs and shit like that, getting them to post your stuff? What are you doing?
There's a whole lot that goes into that, bro. Let me start off with this. Shows are a really good outlet, especially when you present yourself at shows. Make sure you have a banner, obviously stating who you are, your Twitter name and stuff like that. That's how you generate those follows. Absolutely kill the show so they can follow you, because they want to want to follow you. As far as the online thing goes, it's like staying consistent is major because everyone's so stuck in the moment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they want what's hot, what's popping right now. So you got to keep feeding them because people are hungry. Yeah. So I'm just trying to supply them with the food, bro. Just trying to give them that energy. You know what I'm saying? So from there, it's like I've reached out to many blogs. A lot of blogs don't get back to you. You know how the game goes. Mm-hmm. But I do it consistently still. I've kind of stopped a little bit lately because I've been able to meet some really dope plugs in the online market. Shout out to Sam Promoting Sounds. That's my homie.
Sam Promoting Sounds, and what does he do?
He has this big YouTube channel called Promoting Sounds where he, gives underground artists the opportunity to present their music to the world. And I think in October he hit 300,000.
Oh, dope.
Which is amazing. Damn. So lately I've just been able to drop a song in the first 2 days. I'm hitting 1,000 listens in the first 2 days, which is something that used to take me a month back in 2015.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Jesus. So like, and that's sending people like my whole contact list the link. Yeah. And it's like I don't have to do that anymore, bro, because if you're not gonna like like it like when I send you out the link the first time? What makes me want to keep sending it out to you? Or what makes me want to keep sending you out invites to my shows if you're not going to come to the shows?
Yeah, you say you will and then you don't. Like, how am I supposed to feel about that? Like, I'm still a person. You know?
Hey.
I'm a human being.
Yeah, man. But real talk, bro. Like, shout out to him and shout out to all the YouTube channels who have been like showing love as well. Like, I'm gonna throw some shout outs. Can I throw some shout outs?
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Banger of the Day, Top Music Up, Promoting Sounds. Shout out to Oh Well Music. Shout out to man, so many people. Gold Coast Music. I'll probably say a little more throughout the whole thing,
Hell
but
yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I
as
just
they
wanna
come,
throw it
just
out there.
mid conversation.
I bet it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got to be dope to like see one of your songs go up on YouTube and you had nothing to do with it getting up there, and you see
Yo,
it
it's
has like
so
just
dope.
views and shit. Like,
It's Eternality,
Yeah, yeah.
Wondering Sounds.
it's just
I fuck with
wild.
y'all, yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's just so cool.
Yeah,
But
man.
fuck. So what do you think the coolest gig you've done so far is? Like, what was the most memorable gig you've done, you think?
You know, it's cool because every gig gets better.
Yeah.
You know,
It's an experience.
it's an experience, bro. Like our last show. Actually, let me rephrase that, because our Philly show was our last show in Virginia Beach, which was
Okay.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Our sound got kind of messed up though. That's why I'm gonna like put that aside for a second. Our show prior to that was at the Howard Theater. We opened for Black Bear.
Mm.
Sold out crowd. First sold out show ever.
Hell yeah.
The energy was amazing, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Got like 60, 70 followers the next day. Waking up, amazing. So that was it.
That's dope. That's fucking cool. I
Yeah.
remember because Dom and Juice were on that show too, right?
Yeah.
I think they came through like pretty close to after that show, and you guys were about to go to Virginia Beach.
Right.
But they're like they're fucking so psyched. They said the same thing. Like, people, it's got to be cool just like waking up to fucking like a whole bunch of new followers that just want to fuck with your shit and
Hell
like
yeah.
who are just down for the cause. That's so cool.
For sure, bro. For sure. Shout out to them, man. Those are my homies. I gotta say it one more time, bro. Those,
sure,
those
man.
are my boys.
And that's like at the end of the day, like that's who you want to do it for too. Like
Yeah.
those are the people that like are gonna be with you, fucking ride or die, listening to your shit.
Real
Those
talk.
are the real bummies.
So
Yeah.
in terms of consistency,
Hey.
That's real.
how often would you say you're playing shows?
Currently my aim is to do, well, past year 2016 we were doing shows every 2 months at least.
Okay.
You know, which is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it's opening for well-known, notorious artists. Going into 2016, the main intent is to get on somebody's tour, a full
Okay.
like a leg tour. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So that's tight. I haven't told anybody this yet, but I'm opening for this guy named Jay Zach from New Hampshire. He has a show in, where are we at? In New Jersey
Uh-huh.
on
Cool.
February 23rd. He's coming up right now too.
Okay.
He's nice. Look him up, Jay Zach Music.
And you just hit up his manager? type of shit, or-
Who did I hit up in regards to this? I think I hit up the venue itself. Because they were looking for an opener for the joint. So
How that's just so I mean, you basically, I'm assuming you're going online and
you gotta stay online, bro. People aren't hip. Like,
Or
They're-
just like people
like-
don't think like that's how it works. Like, people
Yeah.
think there's like some magical way
Yeah,
that like it
pretty
happens.
close-minded.
right.
But like,
It's a-
no, it's just
Like,
talk to
like
people.
we're getting all these plugs. Like everybody's reaching out at us.
so you're
It's not
literally
the case.
finding these venues. I'm assuming you're finding venues or figuring out where these
It's
people
like
are
sales,
playing.
man. It's like,
Like from the jump, what I told you is like,
trying to find leads and then selling a product to them. You know.
yes, yeah, absolutely. Like I like seeing artists come up. So then when you see an artist, and I can tell when an artist is like rising, like I did with Logic. I was like really big on Logic and Skizzy Mars when he was coming up heavy. But I can just see potential in a lot of people, just like Russ too. So I see potential in J-Zag. I know that he's gonna, pop. He's really nice. Check him out, J-Zag Music. Shout out to J-Zag. Probably doesn't even know who I am, but whatever.
You will soon.
Yeah, he will soon. He will soon, bro. I'll meet you in February 23rd, bro. I'll see you.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, bro. So hopefully, we are able to get cool. If not, it's whatever. We're still doing our thing.
Now here's a question for you, and I guess to sum up that, and what I was really trying to gather is, in terms of marketing yourself, what is the most effective avenue to take? And it sounds like the primary avenue that you're taking is consistent releases on the internet, a solid base of people who are promoting your shit, and you're doing shows once every 2 months. as of currently. You would like to make that more consistent, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for sure.
But it sounds to me like it's less about the percentage. I mean, not to get like straight up like statistical and stuff, but like the majority of your fans are those people that you saw at shows, or those people who follow you online.
You know, it's really diverse. Let me
Really?
take my grills out. I'm sorry. It's hard to talk with you.
Oh, you wearing grills the whole time?
I had some
just
front.
I thought those were natural.
Some fronts. In.
Like, wow, blessed.
Right.
Oh, those are the Invisalign.
That would be tight. That would be super tight. It's really even, bro. Like, our shows are lit. You know what I mean? So people like get attached to that, and then when we get these like, when we drop these songs online, it's even more lit because we're getting all these views and stuff like that. So it's really like it's a good split down the middle. So
cool,
I'm loving life
like,
right now, bro.
I feel like both of them kind of build up each other because like people will see you, be fans, but then like they'll tell their friends, and then those friends will just be internet fans until they see you.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of keep hip hopping and like stepping up.
I think
each other's ladders
it's
or something.
a major aspect of it is having that visual appeal. So make sure you have a dope photographer. Make sure you have a dope videographer. Shout out to Gustavo on the lenses, killing the game. My young OG, DIY, bad little mama right by his side. Yeah, young Gustavo. Carpio is nice when he wants to be. He's a slacker though. Gotta get him in the loop.
Carpio.
Shout out to UXU DMV, my man Ross Arai, who recorded our last show recap at the Howard Theater, which was tight.
Yeah.
He's my
I think
videographer
our buddy
now, so.
Scott came and filmed some stuff for you.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was. He was
Scott,
filming
yeah,
stuff for Juice and Dom.
Yeah, Scott's
Oh,
nice
yeah.
too. I saw a few of his work. So
Hell yeah.
Now here's another
out Scott.
thing that as a performer people run into. I know from Juice and Dom's perspective, not for the Black Bear show because that was kind of a last minute thing for them from what I
Right,
understand. But usually when you're opening up for these acts, the venues themselves expect you to sell a certain amount of tickets, right? Is that the case for all venues, or is that the majority of the time, or?
it's complicated. It's really complicated. It depends on the venue, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I was required to sell a lot of tickets and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, as I grew my resume up a bit, it's like they're not really even asking me that much anymore.
So they're just you're talking about you're talking about the Howard at this point, or are you talking about?
I'm just talking about in general.
So like
really.
this place up in New Jersey that you're opening up for, they don't expect you to sell tickets in New Jersey, do they?
What, like 15, 20?
That's what I'm saying.
That ain't no thing though.
That's
you
what I'm-
know?
yeah,
Like that's we can do that.
Really?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
yeah.
I have some fans up in New Jersey, so.
Wow.
And then I bring my squad with me too. Like my squad is small, but you know we all chip in when we can, when we need to. So yeah, everything's taken care of, bro. It's looking up. It's pretty cool.
Who is who's I'm completely gonna fuck up this pronunciation, but who is Jelena Kwesi?
Jelena Kwesi.
Okay, it was all one word when I read it. Okay.
Nah, it's cool. That's my engineer. I haven't got any beats from him. I haven't asked him for any beats, so maybe I should look into that a little bit. But he's a cool ass dude. You know,
He does like most of your shit, right? I'm assuming.
he does pretty much all of it now.
And does he have a studio of his own?
The cool thing is it's a house studio, right?
Dope.
So it's just like this little setup, you know,
Oh, yeah.
a mobile setup that you can move anywhere.
Craziest setup. Craziest setup.
This
And he's
guy.
down by you.
He's in Wheaton, Maryland, actually. So it's
Oh,
like
shit.
a 25, 30-minute trip for me, which
Home
isn't
of
bad.
Trap.
Yeah, and it's like the trap house too. It's
Perfect.
it legit is like the trap house.
Perfect.
But we record in his bedroom now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put the mic in his closet and just set up. But it's a good outlet though, bro. Like, I like having closed sessions. But sometimes people come in and I get kind of blown.
Yeah.
And I'm not like the rude guy, like to tell the dude who comes in like you gotta leave. But I'll talk to Chris on the side. That's Jelani. And be like, yo, like, can we have this closed session? And I'm trying to get to work. You know what I mean? So he's really nice. Like we work out at FL Studio. So he's really nice with that. So shout out to Chris, man, doing the damn thing.
And okay, so one of the other things that, and again, talking to my brother, people have these different marketing methods where they'll release an EP and where it's just like a compilation of like 6-8 songs all at once.
Right.
Versus you, do you release EPs, mixtapes, or you're just pretty much doing single by single every 2 weeks, and that's the way to stay up on it. That's what I've been saying.
I feel like there's no use for like albums anymore. I feel like we're in such like a weird culture where like everything's kind of instant gratification. Like people don't want like I don't feel like people wait for albums anymore. They just want like a single. They want like a radio hit. They want something they can like bang for like a week or two, but then they're on to something else. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
see, that's what I was saying, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
a lot of people try to drop these projects and stuff like that, but what core fan base are you attacking right now with this when you're dropping this stuff?
Definitely, I like the idea of an album, and I like the idea of a all-encompassing work where all your songs come together in kind of like a symphony-esque method. I think that's a very cool thing that's kind of been lost now.
Right.
But at the same time, when you're talking about the method of consumption in today's market, it's like, unless you have a core fan base, unless you're literally Kanye West, where you can drop Life of Pablo and people are going to wait up for that shit and sit in their rooms and listen to every single one of those songs. Yeah, like literally like change the way they get music to fucking listen to your shit. Yeah. You know,
coming
like
soon,
it's just like, you know, I agree with you. I think that's definitely the way to do it, because it's such an instantaneous, like, it just comes and it goes. Like, you drop a song and 2 weeks later, there's been like 4,000 songs drop, you know?
Right.
The concept of the album was before that shit was around, man. You drop an album in the 90s and it's like, you buy that fucking album, you listen to that shit for like a fucking year until they drop the next album.
You bought radio stations like 12 months. They could drop like a new song every month. Like,
exactly. And they kind of like controlled it for the people. And now it's like the people get the fuck they want. And if you're not giving it to them, they move on.
That's because of the internet. Like, you can literally go to YouTube and listen to whatever song you want.
Absolutely.
Which is back in the day. It's, you know, right now it's YouTube or the internet. You can go anywhere. Go to SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, listen to whatever song you want. Back in the day, it was either had to buy a CD, which was like what, $14.99, or wait for the radio station.
Yeah.
And you know,
and
not a lot of people.
Tape it. Literally, if you're waiting for the radio station, you're probably also taping.
And you have to have batteries on the go. Which sucked, dude. If you think about it, it was expensive to listen to music back in the day.
You need to buy tapes.
You have to buy tapes, fucking batteries.
Yo, tapes suck, dude. I have bad experiences with tapes, dog.
We're in a pretty good stage where we can listen to whatever, any song you want right now, instantly. Versus back in the day, it's like, oh, fuck, I got to wait for this song. I got to wait till 4 o'clock.